Good morning, everyone. I hope that you are all well and have had a good week. Last week we were looking at Isaiah chapter 5. What the people of God had produced some pretty bad fruits. They weren't listening to God and they weren't listening to the direction He was trying to give them. So here's another example from the New Testament this time about a vineyard. It's in John chapter 15, verse 5. I am the vine, and you are the branches. Whoever abides in me, and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. So keep that verse in your head. I have an illustration from a guy called Francis Chan that we're going to look at right now, and I'll talk to you just for a little bit after that video.
So Jesus makes it clear that if I'm not connected to Him, I am guaranteed no fruit. He says it very clearly. Abide in me and I in you, as a branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine. Neither can you unless you abide in me. I brought a branch. Look, if we all work together, do you think we could make this branch bear fruit? No, you could tape like an apple to it or something, and make it look like, oh, no, look. And I feel like we do this sometimes. We work so hard, but man, this branch it's got no chance. Okay? He can try like nothing's going to happen. And Jesus says, that's how ridiculous you look when you're not with me. You're not abiding in me. And you're just out working. You're going to labor in vain. You're going to try all this stuff and you're going to think and you're going to talk to all these people with all these different strategies. But I promise you, if you're not abiding in me, you're not going to have any fruit that lasts. No real fruit's going to happen. So everything depends on this. But then he says in the very next verse, he goes, I'm the vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit. So then there's a guarantee. Okay, see, this is why I'm saying don't stress out about all these other things. Jesus Christ, these were his words. He guarantees. He says, if you abide in me, he is the one that's going to bear much fruit. Look, I struggle with this. I'll see people on the earth doing amazing things, and I'll start thinking, man, maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I should have done it like him. Seems like he's accomplishing more. Seems like she's accomplishing more. We'll look at all these people everywhere, and we start trying to follow all these patterns instead of just going back to, wait, God, you promised if I just abide in you, and you abide in me, I'm guaranteed to bear fruit. Are you abiding in Jesus today?
I hope you would have gathered by that illustration that the more we listen to Jesus, the closer we abide to him. We listen to what he tells us to do, and we take his direction for the choices we make in our lives. All of what Jesus says in his Gospels are to give us life and to give us our purpose and to let us live our lives to the fullest extent we could possibly do so. So what about you? Are you attached to this life-giving vine, Jesus? I hope you enjoy the rest of the service, and I'm sure I'll talk to you really soon.